when I initially train, I do it without shot glasses, is because people look, why you gotta be bothering me? It was Chuck, Mom, I didn't say that. I was like, I didn't raise her to talk like that. Okay. So I don't actually use these shot glasses initially when I'm training because people look at that line and that's where they stop it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if it's 28 or 24, if it's at the line, that's when you stop it. But you really need to watch the shot. What's the color? What's the pace? When does the color change? When do the legs get thin? When is the shot over extracted? That's what you're looking for. Now, something I recommend, and I know Chuck will back me up on this is a great thing to do when you get home, is you do what we call I call the spoon trick. I don't think there's a fancier name for it, but there's also people who do this with shot glasses in a line as well. And what you do is the minute you start the shot, you put a spoon underneath, and you taste it, and you continue tasting it every 5 seconds. You will notice the taste dramatically change from beginning to end, which is fine, it's supposed to, but as soon as that, you'll get to a point where it just tastes like bitter sewer water. And a lot of people are continuing to add that to their espresso because that's the line, or they were told to run it to 1.5 ounces, or whatever it may be, but at a certain point the shot's just over extracted. It doesn't have any flavor left to extract. That's when you stop it. Now that's going to depend on the machine, it's going to depend on the coffee, it's going to depend on how much coffee you use. I mean, there's 100 variables that are going to tell you that. So there's not one answer for here's when you stop it. There's no magic line for when you stop your shot of espresso. It completely depends on all of those variables. So really getting as much information from your roaster as well, and doing that trick will really clue you in quickly on your coffee. But that's a huge part of what we do in training because it opens your eyes. It really is like, I didn't know that's what I was adding, because you generally are just tasting it as a finished product. By tasting it step by step completely changes the way you think about espresso. Okay. Kind of
It's like you're talking so slowly.
Yeah. Okay, so again, I'm just going to add a little more to even it out a bit. This one's kind of close to 1 ounce. Oh, and I count the crema as volume. Some people don't. I always count the crema as volume. I think that you should have a thick head of crema on a shot of espresso. Think of it as a Guinness type thing. It's supposed to be there. It adds to the flavor. It adds to the mouthfeel. And you'll also see that the longer you extract a shot, the more your crema is dissipating quickly, quicker and quicker. You can pass these around if you want. I've got nice flecking, nice coloring on top. If I was to run a spoon through it, it would be nice and thick, and that's what I'm looking for. So that was a really good shot of espresso. So that was a little shorter time period, but I normally would probably run it a slightly longer. But it's going to have a lot of nice chocolatey notes to it. It's going to have a little bit of citrus up front, and this one should have a little berry in the background as well. Again, this is our Bella espresso. This one has an added Ethiopian for that added berry. So that's what we should get out of the shot, and so you can feel free to taste it.